Welcome to Life, Finance, and Real Estate, where we discuss how to make smart money moves, the ever changing real estate market, and of course, things going on in life. And here to talk about it more with you is your host, Kirby the Realtor.
Stay down, came up. God made a way. Stay down, came up. God made a way. Stay down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around. You can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. And it's up. Yeah. And it's up. Yeah. Pedal to the metal, headed to the top. Swerving around the block, this be getting hot. It's so hot. The Holy got a purpose, I can't ever stop. I got Lamborghini, mercy on me. I'm outside with the cool. Look at that, deja vu. Not with the trap, but I'm still on the move. Holy got the Holy Ghost, I'm jumping through the roof. I was down, but I stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around, you can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. Running in the spirit. And it's up.
You are tuned in to Life, Finance, and Real Estate with Kirby the Realtor on 92.1 and 93.1. Listen, I'm your girl Kirby, and I'm so excited to finally say this out loud. We are live, and we are on the air, and we are starting a movement to help you own a piece of America and not just survive in it. Listen, this show is called Life, Finance, and Real Estate for a reason. If you want to own a piece of America, you have to understand these three things: life, finance, and real estate. You know, as I'm sitting here reading this thing here to you guys, you just have to understand that life is your habits, it's your mindset, it's your relationships, it's your business, and it's your decisions. Your life matters, guys. Life matters. Your life experiences and exposures have molded you to what you are today. So what happens if life didn't matter? Because life does matter. I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you. Not just my stories, but other people's stories in life, how it made them who they are today and how it made me who I am today. About finance and how money works, and how to stop wasting money and how to multiply it. So guys, those two are going to really be fun. The finance and the mindset. It's going to be fun. So I want you guys to buckle your seatbelts, because you got to take it all in, and you got to learn to be honest with yourself. So I'm excited about it. Did you know I found out that I was wasting $3.33 a day? Do you know how much that is a month? $3.33 a day, which is about $100 a month. I found out over a 20-year period of time, that was $330 a day invested, cost me $75,000. Good God. That's going to be an interesting story, but we'll talk about that at another time. I'm probably going to have an expert come on and talk to you and give you a little more insight, because, y'all, when I tell you my eyes open, they open very wide. My ears open, and I begin to look at life, finance, and real estate in a whole nother light. So I want to tell you guys some things that helped me along my journey, because I want you to learn how to position yourself and how to protect what you buy, and how to let real estate work for you. I gotta tell you, I've learned a lot over these last 15 years in real estate. I'm really, really excited about this particular topic, because I've learned so much, and I learned how real estate can work for you, how real estate can work against you. So if you don't know what you're doing, we're gonna help you get there. We're gonna help you get the inside scoop on all those areas about life, finance, and real estate. But today's first part is about life. It's about your mindset. That's the part most people skip, because it's not as flashy as the countertops, the luxury cars, the bags, the interest rates, investing in stock. Mindset is something we all avoid as humans, because we don't want to change. So if you're listening to me right now and you ever thought that, hey, my credit is bad, I don't make enough, nobody in my family ever owned a home, people like me don't get those chances, Listen, this episode is for you, and we're going to go straight at those thoughts. Because life is how you think, how you live, how you move, and how you see yourself. Finance is how you manage money, how you grow money, and how you stop wasting money and begin to build wealth. Real estate, see, it's ownership, stability, legacy, creating something that lasts. So we're going to have real conversations and real strategies that will help you move from just getting by to actually building something. Now here, this is what makes this show different. I'm not just here to hype you up. I'm here to give you strategy, stewardship, and ownership. We're going to pull back the curtains on life, finance, and real estate. And we're going to show you how all three of these things work together, how your mindset has either been pushing you forward or holding you back. Wow, I don't know if you guys caught that or not. How your mindset can push you forward or how it can hold you back. You know where you are in life, but guess what? Wherever you are, we're going to help you get the right mindset to have success. So today's episode is called Before You Own the Deed or the Keys, You Have to Own Your Mindset. Now I want you to hear this with your spirit and not just with your ears. Deed and keys are not just the physical things. They represent access. They represent breakthrough. They represent healing. They represent financial peace. And they represent a new chapter in your life. See, before God places anything in your hands, He strengthens your mind, He settles your heart, and He prepares your character. And when I say deed or keys, I'm not just talking about real estate. I am talking about anything God is calling you to step into this next season. Your next season, your next chapter with anticipation of excitement of what life would look like. So before life elevates and before your finances shift, before you walk into your next level, your mindset has to get there first. I'm going to repeat that because that's important. Before life elevates, before your finances shift, before you walk into your next level, your mindset has to get there. You have to make up in your mind that you're going to do something about it. So here's the thing. Unfortunately, most of us, we're not taught a lot of things that I'm going to talk about on this call. When I say mindset, most people are like, it's one idea. You're just one great ideal away from that idea that can change your life forever. Because you got to have the right mindset. You have to have the mindset of not being fearful or scared. You have to have that mindset that God is not a limitless God. See, this show is designed to help you get past those fears. So when I start talking about mindset, most people can't do what they never seen before. Most people can't do what they've never been exposed to before. And a lot of people want to do stuff, but it's just, no, I can't do that. I don't make enough money. We don't make enough money. Our credit's not here. But guess what? That's not what we got. We have to shift our mindset. I can have anything I want to have with God, with the strategies, with the right purpose in life, and with the right coaching. See, some of you guys can take care of a whole lot of things in life if you'll just get a coach. This show can act as a coach for you because we're going to talk about some real things. We're going to be talking about calling to action and speaking things as not as though they were. And we're going to do a lot of those things on this show. We're going to have guests come in and talk to you guys to encourage you. So when I say shift your mindset, remember that everything starts in your mind. You have to make up in your mind, this is what I want to do, and this is what I have to do to get where I want to be. Whatever you tell your mind, that's what your mind is going to believe. See, the subconscious mind cannot determine whether something is real or whether something is not real. So whatever you put down in your mindset, the conscious mind is going to go down there and it's going to get it and try to make it come real. If you don't believe me, just Google it. Go Google subconscious mind and how it works and how the conscious mind connects. So we have to get our conscious mind to connect with the things we want. We got to put those perspective affirmations in the universe and let God do what he does. See, your mind is like a computer. You put bad stuff in and bad stuff comes out. So right now, this call is all about cleaning out all the clutter out of your mind. This call is about getting what you want because God said you can have it. Okay? So, I don't want to spend my time on that. We'll talk about that in another time, but I need you guys to listen. You cannot walk into real estate ownership if your life mindset is stuck in limitations. You cannot steward your finances well if your thinking is rooted in fear. And you cannot build life, finance, and real estate success on broken beliefs. And I know it's a lot of us that we have broken beliefs. I've had them before. I've been there. I was there at a very young age because I tried to grow up too fast. I was there. But guess what? I had to pick myself up and I had to reset and restart. So for the next few minutes, we're going to talk about life, finance, and real estate, starting with the foundation of it all, and that is your mindset. So I need you to grab your notebook, grab your pen, or turn your recorder on. Get comfortable. Stay with me because this might be the life, finance, and real estate reset you did not even know you needed. But let me start here. I am not just talking to you as Kirby the Realtor, Kirby the broker, the coach, the singer, the serial entrepreneur. I am not here to talk to you as some fancy businesswoman. I am not someone who just woke up successful. And I'm not about to tell you a whole bunch of things I read in a book, but I never lived it. Because listen, I'm not that girl. That's not your girl. I'm Kirby. I'm talking to you as a woman who had to fight through fear, lack, and other people's opinion. So before we go deeper into life, finance, and real estate, I want to share a little bit about me. Because what matters, it matters who's talking to you. It matters that you understand a part of my journey. It matters that you understand that I am very documented about everything that we're going to talk about today. My mindset did not begin in a book. It began in my home where I grew up watching hard work. I watched my parents work. I watched them sacrifice. I watched them struggle at times. And I watched them do the best they could do with what they knew. See, most times we can't just do any more than what we know when we're not exposed. And I am very thankful for my parents. Oftentimes I tell a story as a kid when we would, people thought we were rich as kids because my parents knew how to make things, look new or take somebody threw away and make it their own. And we would go down to the rummage sale. And sometimes we'll get clothes and shoes from there, but a lot of times my dad would get pieces of furniture from the places and take it home, sand it down and paint it, and we'll be hiding. Like, we used to be so embarrassed because we were at a rummage sale, but we used to always get told that we were, sometimes people would make fun and be like, oh, y'all rich people, and it wasn't that we were rich. They were just good stewards, and they knew how to make the most out of what they had. And so they taught me a lot. They taught me a lot about life and faith, but no one taught us about finance. And what they know typically, from what they learned from their parents, I would say what they learned from their parents was what they learned, basically. And so that's what they taught us. So they only could teach us what they knew. I grew up knowing how to work hard. I grew up knowing how to pray. But I did not grow up being taught how money really works. Now, yes, I went to college. I earned degrees. I have a master's degree, but it did not happen overnight, guys. Listen to me. It took years to get my first degree. Like a lot of people, I did not fully know what direction I wanted my life to go. I made decisions that slowed me down. I had moments of indecisions and I questioned myself. So if you ever felt behind in life, confused about money, or unsure about real estate, that was me at one point. See, there were seasons where I felt stuck, seasons where finances felt tight, and seasons where the future felt uncertain, and seasons where ownership felt far away. Yeah, that's me. That's your girl talking to you, because that was my life. That was my finance journey, and that was my real estate reality at that time. And in every one of those seasons, there was one thing I could always fall back on. And that one thing, you know, I told you my parents taught me about my faith. That one thing, that was faith in God. I could always fall back on that. And guess what? It always carried me through those tough places, those bridges. God. And that's why you're going to hear me talk about faith on this show. And I don't force anyone into believing things or anything, but I'm not going to apologize for it either, because God is real to me. And because without him, I would not be where I am today in life, finance, or real estate. And over the years, through real estate, through business, and through a lot of trial and error, I started to realize something. So many people are not locked out of ownership because they are lazy. I mean, we got a lot of people that are lazy today. I mean, they are. I will agree with that. But it wasn't because they were lazy. They're locked out because they were never taught life, finance, and real estate the right way. They never had the inside scoop. They never even seen it modeled. And some have even been talked out of wanting more. You know, we have those dream stealers out there. They say you can't, or they talk you out of your dreams. Time after time, I sit at the closing table with people who are first in their entire family to ever buy a home. And when the keys or deed hit their hand, tears fall. And it's tears of joy, but the keys indeed is not real estate. It's life-changing for them. It's a financial shifting. It's a bloodline breaking moment. And that is why I created this show, because I've seen so many people over the years. I have seen people in their 60s and 70s buy their first home, and you can just see the gleam in their eyes when they finally figured out in there one day, like, I'm gonna own a home. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try. And y'all, they had success. I've seen young people in their early 20s buy their first home. But the whole key was shifting your mindset. You have to get that mindset that I can do this, that I need this, and that God made me for success. And guess what? This show is where we're going to help you get there. Now, that's my story. I'm Kirby. I struggled a little bit early in life, but I did not stop. I didn't stop. And I'm here to share with you what I've learned, and what I've learned from people way smarter than me and that I'm so grateful for. But we're going to talk about mindset, because if you want to do anything different in life, your mindset has to change first. Your life cannot change without your thinking changing. See, you can change jobs. You can move to different cities, another state. You can get a pay raise. You can even get new opportunities. But if your mindset stays the same, you will recreate the same results in a new place. Oh my God, y'all. The same results in a new place. You're going to recreate it. If you don't change your mindset, you're going to recreate the same results, even in a new place. Life does not change from the outside in. Life changes from the inside out. See, guys, your mindset is the lens through which you see everything. If your mindset is rooted in fear, you will avoid growth. If your mindset is rooted in lack, you will sabotage money. If your mindset is rooted in insecurity, you will shrink when opportunity shows up. That is a life issue before it ever becomes a finance issue or a real estate issue. Let me repeat that. If your mindset is rooted in fear, you will avoid growth. Think about it. If you're afraid, you can't grow because you're stuck. If it's rooted in lack, you will sabotage money. If your mindset is rooted in insecurities, you will shrink when opportunity shows up. That is a life issue before it becomes a finance issue or a real estate issue. Life, finance, and real estate. Listen, guys, your mindset controls your habits control your behavior, and your behavior controls your outcome. See, mindset shift does not mean pretending you do not have challenges. It means refusing to let those challenges define you. It means moving from survival thinking to ownership thinking. And when your mindset shifts, your life responds. All right, guys, so let's get practical. If it's something in you is waking up right now and it's saying, Kirby, I want to own a piece of America, but I don't even know where to start. I got 3 simple steps for y'all. I got 3 simple steps. So I hope you got your notebooks, and I want you to write it down. I want you to write down, tell the truth on paper. What does that look like? Tell the truth on paper. What do I bring in each month? What do I spend? What do I owe? When you write these things down, don't judge it. Just tell the truth. Owner tells the truth to themselves. You have to own your mindset. If you want to own a piece of America, you have to own your mindset. Owners tell the truth. So let me repeat it. I want you to write down, tell the truth on paper. That's step 1. I want you to tell the truth on paper. You're going to write down, what do I bring in each month? What do I spend? What do I owe? See, this is the foundation of every financial and real estate move you will ever make. Y'all, I had my financial advisor force me, but I'm so glad he did. But he forced me to fill out a what do I spend sheet. And y'all, that sheet about scared me to death. It was just too much. It was so overwhelming. But when I took out time to fill out that sheet, it told me the truth. I mean, it was the truth. We already know. If you think about it, if you go to Starbucks, you go to McDonald's, just add up the little things that you like to do every day. And when you add those things up, you add up those things and you look at what you spend, it tells the truth. And it's reality. Hey, it hurts. But hey, when you are made aware, you can make better decisions. But when you're made aware of what you're doing, you can make better financial decisions. Step 2, I need you to check your starting point. Check your starting point. That means your credit, your savings, and it's not to shame you. I oftentimes find out people are so scared to apply for a mortgage loan or any type of loan because their scores may be bad. And I think we've all been there. I mean, if it's in the 400s, let's pull this Band-Aid off. Let's sit down. Let's talk with a lender. Let them look at what you have going on, and let's fix it. So let's see where your score is. Let's see how much is in your savings. Y'all, when I obtained a financial advisor, and when I had to take accountability, I had $0 in my savings. Was I shamed? I was. There was no reason to be shamed because I had to start somewhere. I had to have a starting point. So whatever that number is, that's just your starting point. If your score is low, we're going to build it. If your saving is little, we strategize. But we cannot fix what we will not face. I'm going to say it one more time. We cannot fix what we will not face. Step 3, I want you to decide on one ownership move you will make in the next 12 months. See, for some of you, that might be saving a specific amount for a down payment, paying down one credit card, or sitting with a realtor or lender, a financial advisor, or counselor. For others, it might be setting up a budget for the very first time. Let me tell y'all something. Budget scared me too. And sometimes I think it still scares me, if I can be honest. But when I have to set a budget, it brings me back to reality, because you have to tell your money where to go instead of your money telling you where to go. So when you budget and you say, okay, this week, this is what we're going to spend on this. This is what I'm going to spend. Or this month. It's better to do it by the month so you can know where everything's going. But set your budget for the first time. Some may be trying to decide if rent will continue to be their forever story. But here's the key. Ownership is not just about this one big moment at a closing table and getting keys or deed. It's made up of 1,000 small decisions that we make every day. Those 1,000 decisions that say, I'm not renting my lifestyle anymore. I am going to own it. I want you to put that on a sticky note, and I want you to say it every day. I am not renting my lifestyle anymore. I am going to own it. I'm going to own my lifestyle. Education plus action. That is the formula. If you have the education, if you have the knowledge, you have to take action. See, oftentimes I read books, I listen to podcasts, I talk to people that do the same, and we can get all this knowledge, all this wisdom, and we do absolutely nothing with it. We talk about it, but we do not execute. So just because you have knowledge, a lot of people, I don't agree knowledge is power, because if you got it and you don't do nothing with it, then it's powerless. So education plus action, that's the formula. Knowledge plus action, that's the formula. I'm going to get the knowledge and I'm going to apply it. It's a daily alignment between life, finance, and real estate. You have to be the CFO of your life. Do y'all know what CFO means? If you guys don't understand what it stands for, in many corporations, they have this thing called C-suites. And you got the chairman of the board, you have the CEO of the company, you have the chief financial officer. The chief financial officer makes sure the company runs smoothly and financially sound. See, we never talk about the CFO of our own lives. And you are the CFO of your own life. You're your own personal CFO. And we're going to talk about that, because chipping the mindset and reshaping your mindset, and to understand life and real estate, you have to be the kind of CFO in all those areas of your life. You got to become this chief. Find out what you want in life. Find out where you're going. And that means you got to keep going, keep pushing, keep strategizing, and learning to adjust. Keep running your life smoothly and balancing financially. But we'll talk about that more. We'll get the professionals on here to give you a little more insight on what that looks like. So guys, listen. This show is all about life, finance, and real estate. And I have enjoyed sharing life, finance, and real estate with you. So I need you to tell a friend, tell a coworker, and until next time, keep building with purpose. Bye for now. See you soon.
Before we go, I just had one question.
Oh, you got a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we got a question, y'all.
As a 24-year-old in college, what would be your first step into financial literacy?
As a 24-year-old in college, your first step into financial literacy?
Yes, ma'am.
I would say your first step into financial literacy is, if I'm understanding your question correctly, I would say it starts with that first step I gave you. And that's writing down what I spend. Like you're going to dissect your finances. You're going to write down everything that comes in your house and everything that goes out, and what it's going to take for you to live. And when you can get a shape on, like, this is what it's going to take me to live, and this is what I need to do to save, that's a start. And once you start there, then just call me. I'm going to help you out. But once you start there, everything else will fall in line. But you got to stay accountable. You have to hold your own self accountable. Get an accountability partner. Sometimes we want things and it's not a need. So I teach my boys, they're 11. And they'll say, Mommy, I need. And we sit there and I say, do you really need it, or is it just something you want? So we give them money, but when it's things they just want, I put my hand out. And then they're looking and they're second guessing, like, oh, well, never mind. But see, they have to change their mindset, like, okay, no, I just want it, but if I just go buy this $20 jacket I saw, I'm only gonna have $100 left. Cause I got one of them, honey, if he can just spend all your money, he good. But the moment you tell him he has to spend all his money, he don't want to.
You know what? I got a little brother. He just turned 20. He's just like that. He would spend my money, my mama's money, and the minute he trying to spend his money, he'd rather not spend it.
He changed his mind. But see, they have that mindset, but we have to teach them, like, you can't spend everything you have. Because if you don't teach your money where to go, your money it's gone. So we have to give our money instruction. And to be honest, I'm 100% transparent. I am just learning this over the last 2 to 3 years, and I'm 40. So I'm trying to cut the learning curve for our listeners and just for people I'm in connection with, because it shouldn't have took me this long. But hey, it's never too late to get started, right?
Amen to that. Well, you heard it here. WJMG 92.1, WGDQ 93.1. It was a pleasure. You heard it here. KirbyTheRealtor, the realtor. Life, finance, and real estate.
Thank you for tuning in to Life, Finance, and Real Estate with Kirby the Realtor. You can catch us every Thursday at 12 p.m. on 92.1 WJMG, 93.1 WGDQ, and also you can listen live at 921WJMG.com or 931WGDQ.com. If you happen to miss the live recording, don't fret, we'll replay it at 6 p.m. tonight. Thank you once again for listening to Life, Finance, and Real Estate.
Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around. You can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. And it's up. Yeah. And it's up. Yeah. Pedal to the metal, headed to the top. Swerving around the block, this be getting hot. It's so hot. The Holy got a purpose, I can't ever stop. I got Lamborghini Mercy on me. I'm outside with the crew. Look at that deja vu. Not with the trap, but I'm still on the move.